Everyone, and good morning. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday, June 7th. I'm Gary Libertor in for Katrina this morning, and meteorologist Eric Gage in for James this morning as well. So it may feel like a Monday here instead of a Saturday. And Eric, let's hope that you're tracking an end to the rain, right?
Yes, we're tracking an end to the rain. It doesn't quite feel like it out there, though. It's some heavy rainfall. In fact, some parts of our area seeing a decent, good-sized amount of rainfall at this point. In fact, let's take a look at what's going on. First off, across the central New York area with the rainfall totals. Here we are, 1.62 inches of rainfall in Brookfield, over 2 inches of rainfall in Springfield. Otsego County currently dealing with some of that heavy rain as we speak. But still, this rainfall is going to taper off throughout the morning, and we're going to see a gradual drying trend as we head into the afternoon. Still, though, there is a flash flood warning in the I-88 corridor in Otsego County until 11 a.m. Due to that heavy rainfall, just watch out for some ponding on roadways. The temperatures this morning, we begin in the 60s. It's a warm start to your day today. And again, a rainy start to your day, but that rainfall does end. It's going to be a pretty nice weekend, actually. Temperatures peaking in the 70s, and we are looking at the potential for an isolated shower this afternoon, but much of the day will be dry. We are still tracking, though, some wildfire smoke. We'll have the latest on the haze in the sky, plus that forecast for any events that take place this weekend coming up. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Happening today, it's the 10th.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone. It's a rainy start today, but this will not be a sign of what you can expect for the entire weekend. A live-looking Cooperstown, a busy Cooperstown morning. Rain seems to not affect any of you out in Cooperstown this morning. And again, this is not going to be the site for much of the day today. It is a warmer morning in the low 60s. The radar picking up on that heavy rainfall. Look at this span of yellow and orange. This is moderate heavy rainfall heading into the capital region on top of the already heavy rain that some of the southern valleys saw the past couple of days. Seeing more of it this morning. There's that flash flood warning in effect for the I-88 corridor, including Oneonta, Milford, Gilbertsville, heading south of including Route 23, but heading south of South New Berlin down toward Afton. That zone right there under a flash flood warning. So just watch out for some ponding on roadways. A lot of local events, outdoor events taking place today, and if you're going to be skeptical of going to them because of the rainfall this morning, again, look at this. The sunshine moves in this afternoon, and we climb into the mid to upper 70s. So the weather will dry up. Yes, there could be an isolated shower, but it will not last too long. One of the events, for example, Wine in the Wilderness at the Utica Zoo. Temperatures will be in the 70s by the start at 6 p.m. with sunshine and dry weather expected until 9 p.m. when, of course, the event ends. A light north wind around 4 miles per hour. So it does dry up throughout the weekend, but with this type of setup, due to that Canadian wildfire smoke, if we get these ridges which cause this dry weather, we will also get the potential for wildfire smoke. And with this, there could be some air quality concerns in areas north of the Mohawk Valley, including Lewis County, the Watertown, St. Lawrence County area. But here locally, little to no impact, just aside from the fact that skies will be a little bit more milky in the atmosphere. So we are tracking this cold front sweeping south, somewhat stalls a little bit, and we'll see high pressure moving temporarily. Our next round of rain arrives with sporadic showers Sunday night and then into Monday with this trailing frontal boundary moving in. You can see here in the Skycast that rain exits, a few pop-up showers. Again, we can't rule out rainfall entirely today, but for much of the area, for example, Utica, it's looking to be almost entirely dry. Then by tonight, dry weather. Sunday, almost entirely dry with a few passing clouds. By the evening, there could be a few light sprinkles sweeping north the southern valleys. Either way, it does remain dry until Monday, when our best chance for rain continues on. Your 7-day forecast, we've got 70s this weekend. Again, if it's raining outside your window. It's one of those cases where you look outside your window and that's not what you're expecting today. A lot more sunshine and dry weather throughout the weekend. We're thankful for that. Our trivia question, according to legend, when was tea first discovered?
I'll go with 657 BC.
Ed, our director, goes C.
Yes.
Would you like to phone a friend?
You know, I'll stick with my answer.
Okay, well, it is C, but you're still in the BC era, and this is quite a while ago, but also you could be correct because it's legend. Apparently, the emperor had boiling water, and the tea leaves from his tree just fell in it.
Get out.
So you can believe it if you want. I'm not too sure, but it's a legend, I guess. So it's not set in stone. So, but it is something that's taken a while to develop.
Emperor Nung.
Emperor Nung.
Emperor Nung. We learn a lot on this show.
Yes.
Well, celebrating 110 years of service. Welcome back, and thank you for joining us for this half hour of Weekend Today. We want to get you right over to the Weather Center with meteorologist Eric Gage in for James this morning. And Eric, finally an end to this rain after a couple of drenching days.
Yeah, that's right. In some cases, especially down south, their fair share of 1 inch, 2 inches of rainfall, more than what some of us would want. But yes, the weekend shaping up a lot nicer. In fact, let's take a look at that weekend forecast here. We've got temperatures peaking in the 70s both days. It's not a cool weekend like last weekend. In fact, there's a lot more sunshine as well. So some morning showers taper off today. There will be some opportunity for an isolated shower this evening. We're not entirely dry, but compared to last weekend, this is a lot nicer. Sunday, even drier with temperatures in the upper 70s as well. The radar picking up on that rainfall exiting to our east right now, hitting the capital region with moderate to heavy rainfall. Parts of Fulton, Montgomery counties getting that rain. And aside from some lingering sprinkles and not enough rain here in the Mohawk Valley, that is also slowly weakening. So temperatures this morning are in the 60s. Expect those to climb into the 70s this afternoon. Again, that rainfall ending a pretty nice weekend, but also we are looking at that wildfire smoke to our northwest. It will move into our area. We'll talk about the impacts here locally and if we have any more additional rainfall expected following this weekend in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Russia is closely.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Happy Saturday, everyone. It's a rainy start today, and normally we expect these mornings when they're rainy to expect rain for the entire weekend, but this is not the case this weekend. In fact, quite the opposite. A look outside in Cooperstown right now. Rain showers still taking place. They're slowly lightening at this hour, too. Either way, it's a busy early morning in Cooperstown today. 62 degrees start to the day in the city down there, or this town down there. In the Mohawk Valley, we got some lingering rainfall, which again will be lightening up throughout the next hour or so as that heavy rain pushes east. These are slow-moving rain showers, slow-moving heavy rain showers, which is why there's a flash flood warning until 11 a.m., including Oneonta, Milford, the I-88 corridor heading down to Afton. Just be careful for ponding on roadways. But again, that additional rainfall is slowly ending. A lot of events taking place outdoors today, and don't let this morning's rainfall prevent you from going out and enjoying the nicer weather this afternoon. Sunshine moves in, temperatures climb into the mid to upper 70s. There might be an isolated shower, but for most of the area, it will remain dry. One notable event, of course, the Wine in the Wilderness event taking place at the Utica Zoo, the 25th year of it. And by the way, if you check out our social media pages, we actually have an archive video, one of the first events there. It'll be putting up on the socials shortly. But that forecast, 70s, sunshine, isolated shower, primarily north or south of the Mohawk Valley. We're also going to be monitoring some wildfire smoke. There are air quality alerts in effect for much of the North Country heading closer to the Canadian border. That's where the thickest of that wildfire smoke will be. Here locally, mainly just milky skies and little to no impact on air quality. Still, though, it's going to cause some hazy sunshine. So that low pressure exits to our east. It dries out for much of this weekend until roughly Sunday night into Monday, our next shot for notable rain showers. So all that rainfall this morning is exiting. It's going to take a little bit for some of these locations to dry up. Inches or 1 inch, 2 inches of rainfall. It takes a while for that to happen. But again, we'll enjoy the sunnier weather this afternoon. Isolated shower. Otherwise, Mohawk Valley mostly dry. Sunday, completely dry in the morning and afternoon. A few light sprinkles possibly in the evening as they shift north, and then more rain moves in as we head into Monday. So your 7-day forecast, yes, it's still looking to be in the 70s. No cool down. In fact, following some thunderstorms and showers Monday and Tuesday, more sun arrives Wednesday through Friday. And our trivia question. Well, it's corn country here, but it might be a bigger corn country somewhere else. Which state is first, Gary? Want to take a guess?
I'll have to go with the Cornhuskers of Nebraska.
Nebraska. So funny thing, these 4 choices are all in the top 4. Iowa takes the cake at 2.6 billion bushels of corn compared to New York's 96.3 million. So isn't it crazy? You know, you go all these cornfields here locally and you think, wow, we may be a big producer. Iowa, it's all corn.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of corn out there.
Nebraska is known as the Cornhuskers, so I thought, well, maybe.
Yeah, no, Ed goes a trick, but it's number 3, so it's up there. I don't have the numbers next to me, but I think it's in the billions still, too.
The Iowa Cornhuskers.
Yes.
Eric, thank you.
Unbelievable pictures there. But another thing we're looking at is the smoke.
Yes, we're drying out, but now we're dealing with air quality issues, which is unfortunate. We're tracking this wildfire smoke, which is still coming from central Canada, and we've seen deteriorating atmospheric conditions and deteriorating air quality as the day has progressed today. And we have an air quality alert in effect due to high number of pollutants in the air, and we're expecting this wildfire smoke to continue to be rather prevalent through the morning hours of Sunday. As we head into Sunday afternoon, it begins to become a little bit lighter as we head towards Sunday evening, but that air quality alert is going to remain in effect through the day on Sunday. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, 1 stray shower rolling through southern Herkimer County, otherwise very dry weather. The Canajoharie Creek still underneath a flood warning, and that is under effect until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Very noticeable haze smoke across the sky. The dew point has steadily dropped throughout the day today, finally getting slightly less humid. Wine in the Wilderness is tonight, and aside from the air quality, it's a fantastic forecast. Pleasant weather conditions continue this evening. Coming up, we're going to track what's in store for the rest of the weekend, as well as what's coming up for the beginning of the work week.
All right, James, thank you very much. The rain cleared up.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Saturday evening. As you can see off our tower cam there, drier weather has worked in, but so has wildfire smoke. We're dealing with some questionable air quality, some near hazardous air quality across central New York this evening, and that's going to continue into the second half of the weekend. Fortunately, so will this drier conditions. We are still seeing a couple isolated showers this evening, but big improvements. We're not seeing that widespread rain, partly sunny, upper 70s in downtown Utica. An air quality alert remains in effect through Sunday night at midnight due to wildfire smoke, and we'll track that coming up in just a moment. Pleasant weather continues into the day on Sunday, partly sunny skies, highs in the upper 70s, and then showers and thunderstorms return on Monday. Your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, primarily dry, a couple of showers to the east of Utica, working from north to south. Most areas stay dry tonight, but an isolated shower is possible. 79 degrees with sunny conditions in Utica. That dew point has steadily dropped this afternoon. We've gone from humid to comfortable conditions after a very, very humid start to the weekend. Flood warning remains in effect for the Canajoharie Creek in Canajoharie until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. That will expire right at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and that area got hit with quite a bit of heavy rainfall. Again, a couple of isolated showers this evening, but primarily dry weather. That would be most likely to occur east of Utica, but most of us stay dry. Lows tonight all the way down into the low 50s. The low humidity allows us to cool off quite a bit. We steadily rise in temperatures throughout the morning hours tomorrow. Partly sunny skies throughout the afternoon and evening, and partly sunny skies continue into Sunday night. Unfortunately, so do hazy conditions. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, these air quality alerts are going to stay in effect through Sunday. Despite the partly sunny conditions settling in for the entirety of the day, we'll continue to see some air quality issues. Again, the air quality alert doesn't expire until Sunday night. Rain showers, thunderstorms for Monday and Tuesday, sunshine for the remainder of the week.
With Ben Kinney.
Good evening. From heavy rains this morning to hazy and smoky skies this evening, it's been a back and forth day of weather here in central New York. Let's start off with this morning's heavy rain, which caused some flooding concerns. A portion of Route 5 between Limberlost Road and Route 233 in Kirkland was closed for several hours after the Oriskany Creek rose out of its banks earlier this afternoon. The water there has since receded, Route 5 back open. And check this out. This is from Howe Caverns in Schoharie County, where this morning water inside the cave rose 8 feet in about 45 minutes. Thankfully, no visitors were inside, no injuries. The caves did close for the day. The water there has since receded as well. And once the rain moved out, the haze moved in. This first picture is what the view of downtown Utica is usually like, and this is what it looked like around 3:30 today. Same angle, but much lower visibility. The cause? You guessed it, wildfire smoke from Canada. An air quality alert is in effect for all of central New York until midnight. Let's head over to the Weather Center. Meteorologist James DeFazio tracking the wildfire smoke. We've been looking at the models all day. Right now, it looks like it's going to be hitting its peak right around midnight.
Yep.
And then slowly getting better, right?
Yes, and it has been extended. That air quality alert goes till midnight tomorrow now.
Oh, midnight tomorrow. Okay.
Yes, for the entirety of Sunday.
Wow.
We are tracking this wildfire smoke. It's going to continue to be across central New York for the duration of our Sunday. It does begin to lighten up as Sunday progresses, but we're not really going to notice we're not going to notice a big change in the air quality, major improvements until Monday morning. Your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar is quiet this evening. Dry weather continues, and it's going to continue into your Sunday. We still have this flood warning for the Canajoharie Creek in Canajoharie. That flood warning stays into effect until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Primarily clear, partly cloudy skies this evening across central New York, but you can definitely see the haze out there. Even though it's dark out there, you could still noticeably see the smoke. 65 degrees and clear at Rome. Dew points all the way down in the low 50s, comfortable levels of humidity after a very humid start to the weekend. Tonight, lows are going to be in the low 50s, approximately 52 degrees, a little bit chilly and nice with good night to open the windows, refreshing air. Mostly clear. We're coming up, we're going to track more of that wildfire smoke as well as when rainfall makes its return. Ben?
All right, James, thank you very much.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Saturday evening. We continue to track pleasant weather conditions for tonight as well as for the remainder of the weekend before showers make their return Monday morning. We're also tracking some borderline hazardous but slightly unhealthy air quality. We have an air quality alert that's in effect for the entirety of the day tomorrow, through the night tonight, entirety of the day tomorrow until midnight tomorrow night. Conditions begin to improve tomorrow night as we approach Monday morning. Again, this air quality alert stays in effect until midnight tomorrow night. We're tracking pleasant weather to continue tomorrow. Highs are going to be in the upper 70s with partly sunny skies. And then showers and thunderstorms make their return on Monday. we're going to have a return to wet weather, unsettled weather for Monday and for Tuesday. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. All is quiet. Dry weather is in control. High pressure is in control. Dry weather has settled into the area. We do have this wildfire smoke across all of central New York, and we're all underneath this air quality alert. And the smoke stays relatively thick in nature through midday on Sunday before beginning to lighten up throughout the afternoon and evening. We really don't clear out. We don't see noticeable differences, perfect air quality until Monday morning. It's really going to take another 24 to 36 hours before we see any drastic improvements in terms of air quality. 65 degrees with clear skies up in Rome, 5-mile-per-hour breeze out of the north, 52-degree dew point, making for comfortable levels of humidity. That dew point slowly ticked down all day today. We went from very humid this morning down to comfortable conditions for your overnight. Your Clinton Tractor and Implement Mowcast. Tomorrow, a completely dry day, a great opportunity to get the lawn cut after the amount of rainfall we've had. And with 2 wet days forecast for Monday and Tuesday, I highly recommend, if you haven't gotten it cut recently, Sunday's a great day to do so. Taking a look at the skycast for this evening, partly cloudy skies, but mostly clear as we head towards Sunday morning. Lows tonight in the low to mid 50s. We warm up quickly tomorrow morning, right up into the low 70s by midday. Highs in the mid to upper 70s in the mid-afternoon hours. Partly sunny skies continue into the evening. As we head towards Sunday morning, unsettled weather makes its return as low pressure approaches from the west and showers and thunderstorms overspread the area. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast, a pleasant finish to the weekend. However, we have to deal with some hazy skies as well as that air quality alert, which stays into effect until midnight tomorrow night. Showers and thunderstorms both Monday and Tuesday. Sunny skies, mid-70s Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Showers look to return for next Saturday.